Greetings in the name of Jah, Rastafari. Spending porn. Big balls and spending porn, what a title. Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, he's the one that coined that term, spending porn. But it is so great, it's so fitting. So today is Super Bowl Sunday. It's the 59th Super Bowl. And that is the number 5. Trump will be in the House, and it's in New Orleans, setting a bunch of records. First time a sitting president has attended a Super Bowl. And that number 5, 59, add it together, you come to a 5. Juan always talks about the importance of the number 5. It is maybe, in this war we're in, maybe one of the most important numbers, if not the important number. Because, amongst other things, it projects power. And today they launched a new weapon system, the Marine One helicopter. And it has the number D77TC. And it is operated by the HMX-1 squadron, the Marine Corps. It's directed by the Marine Corps and the White House Military Office. And it is a sight to see. If you haven't seen it yet, go check that out. It might even be involved in today's show. I wouldn't be surprised if he landed it right in the middle of the field. But this team, the HMX-1, it represents the best of the best of the best pilots in all of the military. And this chopper, this helicopter, is a huge upgrade from the old US-1 that Joe just left a few days ago in. This thing's like science fiction, man. It is insane. It's the most advanced weapon system ever designed. It has onboard communications and Wi-Fi and everything you can imagine for drone protection. It's got laser systems for missile defense. It can even drop chaff to make missiles get misguided. It is phenomenal. And they call it a Nighthawk or a white top. And that gold tops are also really famous in the military circles. And that's what crashed into a airliner and killed a whole bunch of people over the Potomac River. It was an accident, we're told, but it seems to be a rabbit hole because there's two aviation accidents together that have all the earmarks of a rabbit hole. And we don't go down rabbit holes on this show. Everything here is just for informational purposes and to get us thinking. But back to the story. HMX-1 is the elite Marine Corps helicopter squadron. And aside from the gold tops, they have White Hawks and Nighthawks. And guess how many Marine One Nighthawks? And that's what the new one is. 5. There's that number again. Because they need decoys and backups and spares. It also has an air refueling system on it, so that means it can stay in the air indefinitely. By the way, a moving target's much harder to hit than a stationary target. But that's a lot of money to protect the Constitution and project power. But remember though, we're in 5th generation warfare, which is information is the greatest weapon in 5th generation warfare. And truth bombs are dropping like crazy. So we'll get to that in a minute though. But Juan O'Savin has dropped a couple of really good interviews, one with Mary Crowley and one with Nino. And speaking of Juan, I have been invited to meet him in Las Vegas in March, and I'm thrilled about that. Thank you very much, Jerry, Gideon's Army. I'm really looking forward to that. So, everything is gamed out, Juan tells us. And now you can imagine this. If you've tried AI or used AI or understand about AI, you can really start to relate to how the Trump team, and by the way, there was a photo dropped, and I think it was General Flynn that dropped it, showing, oh, I know, it was Gene Ho from George Magazine. He's been insane, incredible lately. Also Right Side Blonde, just hitting it out of the park, both of them. But Gene Ho showed a photo from 2016 of Trump surrounded by generals, and no one's seen this photo before. But General Kellogg is right beside him, and all these other generals. Flynn is in the photo as well. But I say that those are the people that invited him to run. And thank you, Gene Ho, for sharing that photograph. So, Juan says, though, that everything is gamed out using supercomputers. And the team that has invited Trump to run, let's face it, they're strategic military personnel, and they're using military assets. And this supercomputer undoubtedly belongs to a military asset. We think it's Strategic Command, actually, that is at the forefront of the Trump team that invited him to run. And they'd be the ones using the supercomputers to game out everything. And an example is, what if you just blurted out in an interview, we're going to take the Panama Canal. It's not an accident. That's been gamed out. It says, well, what will happen a month down the track? If you say this, they say that. This happens, that happens. You say this, that will happen. And now look what's taken place. Panama did not renew the lease on the Panama Canal last week. There you go. It's gamed out. Anyway, this was all about DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. What a great thing this is. And we're seeing a ton of viral memes about, please come to Canada. DOGE, come to Canada. But I don't even think we're going to need them the way that it's coming undone anyhow. But it's been the main topic all across the blogosphere. And truth bombs are just decimating the enemy, with illicit funding sources being shut down. And they are in huge trouble because now they can't even fight back soon because they won't have any money to do their regular stuff. And they've been really spending a lot on the media and the censorship industry, and all of this fake news is being paid for by government by citizens' taxpayers' money. So all of that exposure has caused collateral damage in Canada. And what happened was the Canadian government had spending porn too, like outrageous. It's hilarious. They had to shut down their foreign affairs, a whole section of their website. And it was probably triggered because this one thing went viral. It's so funny. Is Canada, we were giving $19,900,000 to northern Ghana to reduce to deal with sanitation problem that they were suffering from, is to stop people shitting on the beach in northern Ghana. So Canada sent them almost $20 million in this campaign to help Ghana. Anyway, everyone has heard about all this spending porn. But the funniest moment so far for MSM was when they doxed the Department of Government Efficiency team, the DOGE team, to learn that the director goes by the handle Big Balls. And Big Balls has been the theme, if you haven't figured it out yet, that it's gone just viral too across the internet. Now, we're going to see it today too at the Super Bowl. There'll be lots of big ball jokes, and some people say they're just tuning in because they want to see the DOGE ads during the whole thing. So this guy, Big Balls, is his nickname, it's his handle that he goes by. And he's 25 years old. And he's the oldest guy on the team. The other ones are some are 19 years old. And they've been granted top secret clearance now. So they are a threat to every single government agency. But the greatest source of comic relief that we've had so far, because these are very stressful times, and some people are so triggered. Oh my God, I was getting my hair cut a couple of days ago. I have some business travel coming up, so I couldn't have the long fafo hair anymore, which was really to show that I don't comply. But now I have to comply because I'm involved in some business that Invest Offshore has been so successful the last couple of years. But I said to the guy cutting my hair, isn't it great there's no more men and women's sports? And he said, yeah, no more men and women's bathrooms. And I thought, wow, this guy's, he's all right. But then I realized, he said, I've only been in Canada 3 years. And my brother called me from San Diego today, and he's leaving because Trump's in power. And I felt like, oh my God, this guy, he hates Trump and he's cutting my hair. That's why he fucked it up so bad. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll get it cut again. It was just, and then, you know, and I felt like telling him when he said his brother was leaving, I said, wow, that's great news. But I didn't. I had to be careful. We might cut my throat because people are really, really triggered by all of this stuff. But, you know, Juan, he reminds us that we're just getting started. We haven't even got Kash Patel confirmed yet. And Trump's cabinet is not all in position. So we can't drop the big one. 2020, it's not over yet. It's not. And that is going to just blow up so many people's brains. What happens when you reverse 2020? But another thing that's going to be blowing people's brains is that Ron Paul today has been hired by the DOGE team to audit the Federal Reserve. So here we go. We might see the end of the Fed sooner than we thought, because we know they're not coming out squeaky clean. Also, I think it's hilarious that the IRS is going to be getting audited by big balls. So audit the auditors. This is great. So I know that it sounds a little bit cliche to say that this is the greatest time to be alive, and I keep repeating it, and I fully believe it. A massive major shift has happened to return our entire planet to common sense and to return America to the 4 words that is the ethos of that country. In God we trust. In God we trust. Remember, we forward in this generation triumphantly. Thank you for watching.